Welcome to the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by Shekina community members. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com.
Hello, this is Ro.
And this is Neil, and I'm happily filling in for Ray this week.
This is week 14 of the Shekina Meditation Podcast, and we are glad deep down to our very bones to be here with you.
Today is Thursday, the 6th of December, and we're recording this at Shekina Garden.
We want to give a shout out to our new patron, Leona Raptis. We love you, Leona. Thanks so much for supporting what we're doing. Listeners, did you know that this podcast is supported by you, people like Leona Raptis? Because this podcast is all about meditation, we want to keep it ad-free always. So our beloved patrons at patreon.com support us for as little as $1 a month, and patrons get extra audio every month. You can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast.
Supporting this podcast helps to keep Shekina communities running and free for travelers and spiritual seekers. And it helps us to know that you appreciate what we're doing in putting this podcast into the world. Patrons, you are the best. You give us that feeling, you know, when you're drinking a cup of tea or coffee and you think you've finished, but then you look and there's more.
There's more.
That feeling.
Yes.
You give us that feeling. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, patrons. So how's your week been this week, Neil?
My week has been good, thanks.
Tell me what you did.
Some fun things was we've still got some fruit coming from the garden, like roselle and papaya, still lots of papaya. And we were given some passion fruit. So I decided to make some papaya, roselle and passion fruit jam.
Yum.
Yeah, that was great. It's very tasty. Something else is I'm making a little wooden stool. Most of the things that we do here at Shekina Garden, we do sitting down on mats or on cushions, and sometimes some folks find that difficult. They want something to sit on, like a little stool, if they're a bit older or a bit trouble with their knees or something like that. So yeah, they're going to get to sit down on this little stool.
A beautiful handmade wooden stool. Gorgeous.
Yeah. How about you, Ro? How's your week?
We've had a good week here at Shekina. We've had big circles. We had an excellent devotion circle on Monday. Leaf led us in a discussion on race and white privilege. It was really interesting, and we went really deep and had a few special guests come and join us. We listened to a talk and, had a really good deep discussion. It went for quite a long while. It was wonderful. Yeah, then also tomorrow we're looking forward to putting on a benefit concert here at Shekina Garden. We've got some musician friends and circus friends who are going to perform, and we're hoping to fundraise towards helping 3 families that we know of in the area to rebuild their homes that are falling down. Their little bamboo and wood homes that they are currently in really bad disrepair. So these families are struggling with poverty and a whole bunch of disadvantages. So we're going to hopefully help them put up some new homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be really good.
Yeah, it should be a lovely night.
Today's meditation is a Lectio Divina, guided by Chinua on Psalm 40, verses 1 to 7. Recorded live at Shekina Garden in Thailand. The meditation will have 3 parts. During the first, Chinua will help you prepare to move into a quiet place into your heart. Then he will read through the verses, slowly and with a lot of space in between. And for the third part, you can either journal your experience or share in a small group. Try to share from the heart and really listen to one another as you share. No experience is too small to share from the experience of your meditation.
You might like to make use of a talking stick or talking stone to let each person have the opportunity to share. Okay, let's begin.
Christ-centered meditation is about creating space in our minds. It is a time of quiet that allows room for the Spirit of God to speak to our hearts. We learn to master our thoughts and come back to a place of focus, again and again, to be quiet before the divine presence of God, and to spend time with a single thought or idea. Meditation is a Christian practice like prayer or study, worship or fasting. As with all practices, there are easy and hard days. But as we bring this practice into our lives, we grow with it over time. We learn to love this spacious place with God, who invites us to grow in the silence with Him. If you find that you are distracted and need to keep drawing yourself back to your focus, do not be discouraged. This is the muscle that you are exercising with meditation, and I believe that this act of refocusing is the heart of meditation. Be kind and encouraging to yourself as you practice. You can follow along alone or with others in a quiet place, outdoors or at home. A quick warning: we don't recommend meditating while driving. Be safe.
All right, thank you for your patience, beautiful people. Today we're going to do a Lectio Divina from the Psalms, from the amazing Psalm 40. We'll start off with just some conscious breathing. If it helps you to close your eyes, sit where your spine can be straight, especially at first. Just for a moment, take some slow, deep, clearing breaths. As we sit here breathing, I just want to welcome you to a time to go deep, a time to remember, a time to play, a time to focus, a time to listen. Just imagine every breath coming down into your body. As you settle into breathing, just follow the path with your mind's eye. As the air goes down through your nose, past your throat, you can feel it filling your body. Feel yourself expanding behind your belly button. Down into your pelvis. Even imagine the breath traveling throughout your whole body. If there are places that are tense, you can guide your breath within your body to touch those places, help them to release. Holding a strong posture may help you to focus. If you feel that you need to shift, feel free to shift. As the meditation goes on, if you need to lay on one side, just feel free with your body. Our meditation is going to have 3 clear sections. We're going to begin by just preparing ourselves, visualizing, getting ready. In the middle part, we will read some short sentences from the scriptures. Let's allow ourselves to play with them, to use our imaginations, to be impacted. And the last part, we'll have a talking circle. In all these parts of meditation, we're going to use silence. For us, the silence won't be just the absence of sound, but our own stillness, our own waiting. Every time you breathe now, you're leaving yourself a little more soft, a little more relaxed. Our silence will involve listening. So just take a moment to listen. There's a whole world of sounds all around us. There are natural sounds, the sounds of animals, insects, birds. The sounds of human activity. Building, destroying, shaping. These sounds will be with us this whole meditation this morning. And think of them as companions. They don't subtract from the silence. There may be sounds that cause you to think certain things or imagine certain things. And just let them play their part. When we sit and listen, it's easy to be aware of our mind's activity. You may find your thoughts starting to jump around. Ideas and images, memories. Like the sounds, our goal in this meditation is not to block the activity of our mind, but just to observe. And take a moment to be aware of your thoughts, what they're like. If your thoughts were a stream in front of you, what would they be like? It could be a wild stream with lots of noise, many directions. Or it could be calm and wide, or just a tiny trickle. Whatever it is, just let it be what it is. You are not your thoughts, but maybe like a bird sitting by the tree near the stream. Just able to watch. If you like, you can go high in the tree and see more of the stream. It's still there. Maybe more quiet. And as we sit in the circle, we are not alone. And there are other people, even the tiniest of animals, insects, in this space. Also with us is the divine, which sometimes when we're being quiet and breathing and listening, we can really begin to feel and sense. Let's take a moment to say a welcome to the Spirit of God. It could be a prayer of words, or just a kind of openness and waiting, an opening like a flower. going to read through 8 or 9 sentences from a very ancient poem that's now thousands of years old. I'm going to read all the way through once. And after some silence, we'll come back and read each sentence with space in between. There may be 3 to 5 minutes of silence in between each reading. And during that silence, you may find that certain words come to life for you. They have certain meaning. They cause you to think, to consider. We welcome the intellectual considerations, the spiritual ideas, the experience of the words themselves. Feel free to feel like a kid and just play. There are no wrong thoughts, no way we're supposed to think about it. In the end, I'll read the same again. Let's begin. I waited patiently for the Lord, and He inclined to me and heard my cry. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay, and He set my feet upon a rock, making my footsteps firm. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and will trust in the Lord. How blessed is the man who's made the Lord his trust and has not turned to the proud nor to those who lapse into falsehood. Many, O Lord, my God, are the wonders which you've done, and your thoughts towards us. There's none to compare with you. If I were to declare them and speak them, they would be too numerous to count. Sacrifice and meal offering you've not desired. My ears you've opened. Burnt offering, sin offering you've not required. I delight to do your will, O my God. Your law is within my heart. I waited patiently for the Lord, and He inclined to me and heard my cry. I waited patiently for the Lord, and He inclined to me and heard my cry. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay, and he set my feet upon a rock, making my footsteps firm. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay, and he set my feet upon a rock, making my footsteps firm. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and will trust in the Lord. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and will trust in the Lord. How blessed are the ones who have made the Lord their trust, who have not turned to the proud, nor to those who lapse into falsehood. How blessed are the ones who have made the Lord their trust and have not turned to the proud, nor to those who lapse into falsehood. Many, O Lord my God, are the wonders you've done, and your thoughts towards us, there's none to compare with you. If I were to declare and speak of them, they would be too numerous to count. Many, O Lord my God, are the wonders which you have done. And your thoughts towards us, there's none to compare with you. If I would declare them and speak of them, they would be too numerous to count. Sacrifice and meal offering you've not desired. My ears you have opened. Burnt offering and sin offering you've not required. Sacrifice and meal offering you have not desired. My ears you have opened. Burnt offering and sin offering you have not required. I delight to do your will, O God. Your law is within my heart. I delight to do your will, O God. Your law is within my heart. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay, and he set my feet upon a rock, making my footsteps firm. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and will trust in the Lord. How blessed is the man, or the ones who have made the Lord their trust, and have not turned to the proud, nor to those who lapse into falsehood. Many, O Lord my God, are the wonders which you have done, and your thoughts towards us, there's none to compare with you. If I were to declare them or speak of them, they would be too numerous to count. Sacrifice and meal offering you've not desired. My ears you've opened. Burnt offering and sin offering you've not required. I delight to do your will, O God. Your law is within my heart. Let's take a moment to return to your breathing. And then slowly, as you're ready, we're going to begin our talking circle. You can signal that you're ready to begin by sitting with your eyes open.
When you are ready, take a few deep breaths and begin your time of journaling or sharing with others. Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation each week, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Have a beautiful week. Blessings to you.